Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to International Women's Month. We're having a panel today focused on women in trades. So before we get going, we will do a land acknowledgement. The City of Toronto acknowledges the land we live and work on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississauga of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. And for the African Ancestral Acknowledgement, the City of Toronto acknowledges all treaty peoples, including those who come here as settlers, as migrants, either in this generation or in the generations past, and those of us who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to these lands as a result of the transatlantic slave trade. We pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent. All right, so my name is Mutiat Bello. I am a real estate agent. I'm also working on my first development project in St. Catharines. It's an apartment building. So for me to host this event, Talking with Women in the Trades, is honestly a full circle moment and an honor, because without them and just all tradespeople, I absolutely would not be able to do what I do. So thank you very much to everybody in the trades. I especially want to recognize NDC, which is a non-for-profit organization who has made it their sole mission to basically let our youth know from a young age that there is possibility to engage in lucrative careers in the trades. I honestly have not met one engineer who hasn't prayed and hoped and wished that they had first focused on the trades rather than going to, get their master's in engineering. So just wanted to highlight them for the work they do in reaching our youth while they're young, and also for the rehabilitation work with the detention centers. So, today we have a really interesting, eclectic mix of conversations, some poetry, and just to really show you the full breadth of what it means to be a woman in the trades and the supports available through the government to also continue to encourage not only for this generation, but the ones coming after us. So to get started, we're going to have a video from MPP David Smith. Smith is a longtime Scarborough Centre resident with a strong record of contribution to the community. As a trustee for Toronto District School Board Ward 17 for the past 12 years, David has worked effectively with all levels of government to reduce backlog, streamline administration, and deliver results for Scarborough Centre students and residents. David has also worked with the City of Toronto and the Ontario Ministry of Education to implement new programs, create more daycares, and bring the Leonard Braithwaite Afrocentric program to Winston Churchill Collegiate. Before politics, MPP Smith worked in the financial services industry while involved in a range of Scarborough community development initiatives. He has also served on the CNE Exhibition Committee as the Director of Lands Corporation, as the Chair of Employment, Insurance Appeals of Referees, and as the Chair of Finance, Administration, and Accountability of the Toronto District School Board. And now we'll watch his video.
Thank you. I want to thank NDC for hosting this event on the 16th at Centennial College, where it brings women of all background to the Skill Trade Show. It is very important that we understand that the needs for skilled trade in Ontario and across Canada is very important at this time, given the fact that Ontario has a very ambitious plan to build 1.5 million new homes here in Ontario. Under our new Bill 149, we have decided to look at how we can bring more independence to women in the skilled trade. Currently, we are looking at 30% of women have taken up the tool and have on their tool belts in many of the 144 skilled trades, especially in the area of framing, construction, welding, scaffold building, framing, bricklayers, and the likes. Bigger paychecks, more independent to women. The PPEs, we are working to bring the proper gears for women. Before, women were using men-fitted garments to do their work. Now we are spending more time than ever building the proper uniforms to have them properly prepared to do their work. Along with that, setting up in larger companies private women washrooms that allow women to go there and do whatever necessary has to be done. I have to let you know that our government is working very, very intensely of giving women that independence by allowing them to select the trades that they believe they can be suitable in. And I am strongly of the opinion that most women that pick up the tools to do a trade are doing extremely well. And I encourage a lot of young people to get involved in trade because the paycheck is bigger than ever it's been. And since we are 330,000 jobs going on fill, at least half of those jobs are in the skilled trade. So the more you learn the trade, is the more we'll be on target of building the homes that we like to build in Ontario. And I'm looking forward to seeing more, not just 30%, maybe 40%, and even up to 50% getting on board and picking up those tools that give you independence that you can take anywhere in the world and set up by building your new home, building family home, and you can take these skills to real highs that will build the success you want for a lasting future wherever you go.
We have now the honor and the privilege and the awesomeness of having these 4 amazing women for the first panel. We're going to get into their journeys, their stories, and honestly, without further ado, the first lady here is Ms. Kezia Osei. She's a general contractor. Then we have Ms. Rukaya Gay. She's a carpenter, and she's actually working right now in the Carpenters Union as well. We have Ms. Natasha Ferguson, who's also a general contractor, and Ms. Quinessa West, who's an electrician. So we'll just go in order, ladies. Maybe introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, and what inspired you to pick a career in the trades.
Okay, my name is Kezia Osei. Nice to meet you guys. So I have been in the trade since 2011, and then I started incorporating my business in 2016. I started off as a carpenter. I'm a framer by trade.
Yeah.
I've built hundreds of residential homes.
300 to be exact.
And more.
More.
So I got into trades and then I got into home renovations as well. So I have that background and would you like me to answer the question now? Or?
Sure, if you would like.
So what got me into the trades was just the fact that it was something that I really enjoyed, right? Anytime I would see building or construction going on, it was something that I was really excited about. So I decided to just take the courage one day, walked on a construction site, and demanded that I get some experience. I didn't care about pay. I was going to do it for free. I just wanted to just learn for free, and that's how I got into the trades. And then seeing the lack of obviously women representation was one of the biggest things for me, especially in my country and my culture where I come from in Africa. You don't see that at all in West Africa. So that's another thing that kind of hit me in that sense. And just seeing the shock on guys' faces when they would see a female
shock them
on the construction site. So I knew that there had to be like a different way, a different pathway, right? And just to like change the norm and like kind of like come out of the ordinary into extraordinary. So that was just kind of my whole thinking and process, and just inspiring women to get into the trades. So
Thank you. I took a note from there. I demanded to be heard. All right. Ms. Gay.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for the opportunity today. My name is Rukaya Gay, people call me Rock, and I am a carpenter and currently employed with the Carpenters Regional Council as the Community Partnership Coordinator and as well as the Ontario Chair of the Sisters in the Brotherhood of Carpenters Union. And just excited to be here. Thank you. And for me, many moons ago, I graduated at George Brown in construction engineering technician management. Always been passionate about construction. And from there, with the unique hours of daycare, unique hours of really, I would say, of the construction industry, starting at 6 a.m. and daycare being starting at 7, so I had to literally change my trajectory. So went to telecommunication, been there for 17 years and a half, 9 different departments, but learned a lot. Somehow, every time construction was calling me, I needed to go back. So during those times, I was volunteering for Habitat for Humanity, ended up being one of the crew lead there. Also volunteering for $1 Million Smiles, where I'm building playground for children battling critical illnesses. That was back in 2013 to 2020. and at the same time doing some renovation here and there, and work at my dad's construction company when he opened one afterwards. And from there, when I got laid off, I'm like, you know what, let me go back to what I love most, which
Right.
is construction. So looked into online, stumbled into Toronto Community Benefit Network, which is a non-for-profit labor coalition that help people like myself finding a meaningful work into construction. So signed up for the Next Gen Mentorship Program, learned a lot, got an amazing mentor, and fast forward, my mentor, Chris Campbell, ended up getting me into signing up with Carpenters Union and started my apprenticeship as a general carpenter apprentice to just make sure that I get the red seal. And from there, been working. So the question you were saying that what got me into it,
Yeah.
very similar to my sister here, been very curious about the buildings that are just in the city and the infrastructure of all the designs and the infrastructure of the buildings, so on and so forth. So I wanted to know how it comes about, how is it put together, who are working in there, and making sure that I am able to really be part of that, that dream and being able to put those design into life. So hence the reason I ended up doing construction engineering. Then now the apprenticeship, I wish I knew about it from before.
Well,
but
we hear about
really
that.
excited I'm in it also.
For sure.
Thank you.
I'm taking so many notes. That was amazing. Thank you guys so far.
Hi, everyone. My name's Natasha Ferguson, First Lady of Construction.
Okay, First Lady of Construction.
It's just my tag on Instagram, really. I was exposed to the trades at a really early age by my father. He's a tradesman. He's 80 and he's still working. I ended up going into business communications, but I met my husband in 2008. And we started a roofing company together, and I started roofing with him. I have 7 trades under my belt right now, and I'm also an advocate for women in the trades and leading the charge in that with my nonprofit organization called A Woman's Work. We develop programs for women who want to get into the trades, and we provide mentorship and pre-apprenticeship training. What can I say? I've been in this business for a little over 12 years, and I enjoy it immensely. I took my business communications knowledge and I brought it into the industry and built a brand, and I currently run a company called Ethel Fox Construct Group. And I also consult for a huge company out of Edmonton, running their Toronto office, building renovations, interiors, pretty much everything I've had my hands in. I love this industry. I've made some amazing strides, as my sisters have as well. And I'm basically here to kind of connect other women and people of color to the industry, because I believe the industry is robust and everybody can kind of take part in it. And so that's my story.
We can tell that communications degree. I love it. We can tell in how you just give the message. Thank you so much. Ms. Quanessa?
Hello, everyone. My name is Quanessa West. Like my sisters, well, not like my sisters, I'm kind of new in the industry. I'm an apprentice electrician. So I started out doing customer service, fitness, and things like that. And then I realized like my mom and my dad, my mom's a painter in the union, and my dad does masonry. So they're both in trades. So I realized that I like to see that they can always pass by things and say, I painted that, I created that. I loved that part of life. And I realized that like a lot of people, a lot of women that I know, they just take up the traditional jobs of being a female, which is like PSW, nurse, doctors, secretary, receptionist, tellers, like, you know, I did all of that too. I love to dress up, wear my heels, all of that great stuff. But I realized that also I like to build and create, and I like to be physically active as a fitness person. So I think trades, I know trades is like best for me. And I realized that that's something that I love to do, and it's a skill that I could take anywhere, especially after COVID. I couldn't train nobody, the gyms weren't open, so health wasn't really a big thing for people in health is a big thing, but I couldn't really make money in my profession. So I realized that a skill is what you need to take, and you could take that anywhere in the world.
Right.
So that's that's a big reason why I got into being an electrician and getting into the trades, is that a skill you could take anywhere in the world and they cannot take it from you. And that's something
right.
that the pandemic, COVID, nothing can take from you. So if I can turn on the lights, like, I love that fact, that factor that we can turn on power, and that's why I chose being an electrician as well, is that it's a big thing for me. So another thing is that women don't have to stay in the traditional women field. Like, we always think we have to be hairdressers. Like, we can still be cute. Like, she got her nails on, I got my nails on, and we're still in the trade. We're still in the trade. You don't have to be, you don't have to be like it doesn't
don't have
always
to
have to
be
be
typical.
grungy work,
Yes,
is what I have to
exactly.
say. You can still be cute. You can still do your side job.
We
You
see
can
your
still
nails.
do anything. Yes.
see your nails.
And it's long right now, very long. But it's okay. Like, we
Okay.
can still be cute and still be in the man's world, is what we call it. But we're
All
gonna
right.
make it a women's world too. So that's why I joined the trade, and I'm glad to, just keep seeing where my experience can go.
Well, we're
my
gonna
sisters
get
here.
into that, Quanessa. Don't you
Yes.
worry. We're gonna
so
get
I
into
just
that.
love to be, just like my sisters, and keep growing and showing more people, more women and people in the world that we can do this.
Okay, so Miss Osei, we'll start with you next. We'll continue with you. Can you please share, if you recall, a particularly tough project, right, that you just had to get through it? What was it like? How did you come to it? What did you take away from it, and how has it basically affected you going forward?
Well, I've done an enormous amount of projects. I've worked with homes that are over 100 years old. So when you work with homes that are over 100 years old, you usually come across a lot of obstacles. And like, for me, the type of builder that I am, when it comes to like structural and issues like that, right, you have to rectify it. So yeah, so when when you open up a can of worms in a house, you kind of have to rectify it, right? And you go through obstacles. You have to go through engineers to make sure
Right.
that, okay, this can work or this can't work, and you kind of have to work with the engineer and be creative. You know what I mean? Being creative in the trades is like one skill that I feel like is actually really necessary.
Right.
Just be able to think out the box and be a problem solver, right?
Right.
So like, those are one of the most important things for me, and like just stepping over barriers that I don't see barriers for me personally. So any issues or obstacles that come my way, like, I attack it face forward.
So I like that you brought that up, because being in real estate, everybody wants to flip, right?
Right.
Trying to tell you, get your home inspection done.
Flipping is
Go with a contractor, right? Everybody thinks, I'm just going to do a quick flip. No, and you've heard it now from a general contractor. These are really key things to keep in mind. And I also like that you brought up the concept of creativity. I actually think tradespeople are artists. I'm not trying to big you up. I really, really do
it's
believe.
Funny, it's funny you say that, because I
Right?
actually don't even want to consider myself like a contractor. I'm more
Yeah.
of like a builder, creative.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I've been called.
Big up
recently,
yourself. That's what
because,
you are.
Yeah, especially, and I realized like my potential, especially when I got my first gig with HGTV Canada as the first Black female
HGTV Canada.
contractor. So that was
Round of
like
applause.
superb for me, right? Like, that was something that I was like, wow. And one of the first homes that I had was a 100-year-old home, right?
On TV.
Right off the bat.
Solving
honey,
problems in
I'll
real
tell you,
life.
It's not gonna be that easy for you. You're gonna get it. So like, yeah, it was like and it's like, we really 6 weeks. 6 weeks it
Oh,
took,
wow.
and we like kind of got through that, and
It's amazing.
yeah, so I think being an artist in the trades is like something that's really important. And actually, you could be an artist for any skill, not just a general contract, but in electrical, plumbing. Like, I've seen some beautiful work. I mean, there's a difference between a plumber that can solder anyhow and a plumber that solders perfectly. And in your heart, yes. this is done good and it's done correctly, right? So yeah, so there's standards, and my standards is obviously very, very high, and
love
I
that.
expect that from like everybody that's around me, my
Your
team.
crew,
Anybody would tell you this. One of them on my crew right here who paints for me. So it's really important for me, yeah. So like
Thank you.
barriers, I try not to like see barriers, but yes, working with older homes, over 100-year-old homes, you're definitely opening up a can of worms.
Definitely.
That's a 100% guarantee. We're working
So
on
your
one right now.
contingency budget, extra,
Right.
extra.
Correct. You have to make sure you have that all, and like the more experience you have, the more
Right.
you know moving forward. Okay, well this is the type of project I'm working with. This is what could and could not happen, right? So.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Ms. Gay, can you sort of explain to us how you stay passionate and motivated in your trade? I hear a lot, and I shouldn't say it's not true. Obviously, it's true, right? The trades is male dominated, but then I always say, really, which industry is not male dominated, right? So, like, you know, so I think, but I'm sure that sort of presents some challenges.
Yes.
So how do you stay motivated? How do you stay connected to your why and the beautiful story you told us before?
Excellent question. For me, it's just being able to walk around the city and see the different designs, being able to also be at a job site and see every single sisters from all different trades, different backgrounds, working together. Being able to also be part of a union where training is at a front and center. So we need to be trained to be just up to date when it comes to what's happening with technology, so on and so forth. Being able to also go talk to those young kids and those youth, letting them know the type of project I was able
worked
to
on.
accomplish, the type of project I was able to drive in the city and say, I've done that, I was there.
Can you give us a couple? Which ones do you point
I
to? You're
was,
like, I did that one. That's a big one.
Yeah, there's one where at the well, Toronto.
Oh, you built the well?
Well, I've done there. When I was there, I was a scaffolder. So we
Nice.
had like millions of scaffolds in there.
Yeah.
Because it's at Toronto, Spadina in front.
It's the new
And,
mall. It's
my-
the new everything.
Yeah, the company I worked for was Scaftech, and we had major scaffolds in
Right.
there. The other projects I've done with my own, not with the union, but mobile homes. So I
Mobile
built
homes,
mobile
okay.
homes, and it was one of the major projects. And then from work, when I did also at the Woodbine Casino. So I
Oh,
was there
nice.
as a farm worker, and some framework that I done with Ethel Fox,
Oh,
and
okay.
then with other organizations, other companies as well. I've done framing. So sometime I'll be driving at Scarborough, Brimley, and Lawrence, the townhome there. I've done some framing there and so on and so forth. So it's really very rewarding and very inspiring. So
Yeah.
being able to speak to that is really
Helps you get over whatever the challenges are.
100%.
I love that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And Miss Natasha.
Hi.
Honestly, the first time I saw her, she was fully glammed up. Okay, we were at it was the Black Diamond TO ball. I think it was at the end of February. I was like, who is that? And she, what? Carpenter where? So that's just to let you know, right? That listen, everybody can do everything. It's about brain and your muscles and everything. So. Not muscles like that, but you know what I mean. Like
Well, I still got
you being able to
muscles.
use your
I got
body.
muscles, girl.
There's muscles too.
You know.
Okay. There's muscles. So I wanted to ask you a question about skills development, especially because you started from a completely different world, right, with your degree in communications, and then moving into this space now. What was that skills and development like, right? How did you sort of bridge the gap? And I remember you also mentioned that you worked with your husband as well. So what
Well,
was
he's
that?
an ex-husband now, but yeah.
What was that process like?
Drama on Saturday.
What was that?
You dropped it on me?
Yeah, I mean, when we look at the industry on a whole, a lot of it is male dominated, and there aren't. If you look at some of the brand and the marketing and communications that goes on within the industry, it's mostly the bigger companies that are doing this. So you don't see a lot of smaller companies having the ideas around how to brand and message themselves. So it was a pretty easy segue for me. because I had experience in both industries. So when I segued, I just brought over what I had been taught about, marketing, advertising, and branding. And obviously that really put me ahead of the game with regards to how people are going to see my company. So I consider my company to have a really strong brand, and that's helped me to retain clients. It's opened doors. It's helped me to build my platform from a personal standpoint. There wasn't really a big gap for me, and also it allowed me to kind of be out into the forefront and look a lot different, look and feel a lot different than a lot of the companies that are out there right now. I always say that there's so many different things as women. We're multitaskers, right?
Yeah.
And so we can change our career probably 3 or 4 times, and we do just even without doing it.
Right.
We're mothers, and mothering is a career, right?
Say that part again.
It was just like any other segue for me
That's
into
amazing.
the industry, and then just combining them together.
I really like that you mentioned that, because as an entrepreneur as well, you always think that the industry you're working in is it. No, you're learning marketing, you're learning branding, you're learning communication.
Absolutely.
And honestly, shout out to Kezia as well, because before I even had met her in person, I knew Keys Reno on Instagram, no, truthfully, right? And so it's, in some ways, it's almost like the glamour side that I also tend to shy away from. Like, that is not my job. But, especially for the people who are going to be entering the
You have
trades.
to have all of everything together.
Everything.
It can't just be like, you can be in a trade, you can be a really good carpenter, but then when you decide to open up a company, that's a whole other different job and a whole other different skill set.
Yeah.
So you'll find that a lot of people might be really great at their trade, but specifically,
Everybody's agreeing. They're like, that part.
yeah, it's difficult. A lot of people don't know how to open a business when you have to incorporate, or you have to get an accountant, or insurance. Insurance is expensive, and it doesn't matter what trade you know. If you don't have insurance, you can't run your business. So, you have to be able to kind of meld all of those things together.
Thank you for that. That's a whole business masterclass. We'll get into that in another session. So, Quanessa, being that you're the newest entrant into the trades on the panel, and this might be maybe a bit tough question for you, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Usually we ask people who've been in the trades longer, but it's about the future of the trades. I think you represent the future of the trades. You're currently in the trades, so you see maybe some of the past of the trades. If you could sort of direct the future of the trades, what would that feel like? What would that look like for you? I put you in the spot, my bad.
That would look like confidence for women. That's the number one, because I walk in with confidence. Fitness and health is big for me. I come from I'm very passionate about fitness and health and wealth. So I think that's why I walk in with confidence on any site and anywhere I go into. So I was in a program with a lot of women, young, old, there was 50-year-olds, there was an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, to 20, all the ages. So what I gathered from every age is they didn't have confidence, and they didn't have I feel like physical, fitness is so important. Whether, it doesn't matter if you want to look a certain way, it's your self-esteem, your confidence, your posture, how you sleep, everything. So I feel like that's a big thing I would bring into the trade
trades.
world for women and men. Because when I go into the sites, a lot of the men, they're like this.
Give us the tea.
They're like this. Everybody's walking. Everybody walk. You should see the
Unhealthy.
The safety boots got everybody walking a certain way. I see it all, and they don't care. They don't care about anything. When we walk, that's what I would want to bring into the fitness world, into the trade world.
Yes.
Is that we should do more stretching in the morning. And just little things.
So I'm hearing more health and wellness.
Yes.
More fullness of our lives outside of the job, and how well and confident we are will translate into the trades and help us work
especially
more efficiently.
For women, though. Especially women. If we were more in the gym, I feel like they would be more confident and walk in with their they'd walk in with their chest up and their chin up, and they wouldn't it doesn't matter who's telling them, oh yeah, you
Right.
should be at home washing dishes. You can't even pick this up like I can pick this up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes I walk in with that not like that, but like I could feel that like confidence
Right.
in me, and like sometimes the men don't have that in them. And also, not only that, I see it even with my dad and my brothers, like they don't care about their bodies, and we're doing a lot of physical work, whether it's going up the ladder and screwing a light bulb up and coming back down. We're doing a lot of physical work. So for me, as a young person and as a fitness person and as a female, I would love to see
More
us do
health.
more, a little more health and wealth, and fitness, like tradesmen would last longer.
See, you're touching some very interesting points here about insurance.
Because a lot of tradesmen look
longevity, health.
very old before their time, and they move old before their time.
I really like this.
So
Okay, thank you
that's
for
something
that.
I would love to bring.
We'll keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm not sure where we are for time check, but just in case, I want to do like a quick little fun situation. Yes, I want to go everybody super fast. Tell me we'll probably do a couple rounds of these. Tell me your hobby, like what was the last super fun thing that you did?
Like hobby-wise?
Yes.
I'm a baller, so I play basketball.
Okay,
I
Okay,
play
basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
okay, what's yours? Super fast, a hobby.
Rollerblading.
Rollerblading?
And ice
Oh, I would have
skating.
seen that, but okay.
So I run track.
Of course, we
and
see
I
it.
work out at least 3 times a week, because like she said, yeah, you you can't be messing around. You will mess yourself up if you're not fit and physical.
Okay, and for you, a fun thing that you do.
The last one thing would have to be dance. I love to dance, and I also teach soca sweat. So
Ooh.
yeah, if you guys ever want to dance and move and get fit, I do that too.
Yay.
So that would be
nice.
the last fun thing, I would say.
Okay, a fun place or country that you travel to can be in Ontario, in North America, wherever. She's ready.
Like,
I saw some videos on Instagram.
Mexico was
Okay.
the spot for me because it was just a whole different experience. I didn't just go for a vacation. Like I
Right.
went for like more of like a transformation type of thing. And that was
wanna
like
know more.
we went into like the caves, into the cenotes. Everything was dark, and you have to
Yes.
face your fears, face your challenges, face things that you can't imagine. And of course, I can't really swim. I'll say about 70% swimmer, but they left us in a pool that under the rocks, like in the
Yeah.
rocks, shut the lights off, and you're just you
In dark, in the
in
water.
darkness, in water. You
Lord.
can't feel nothing behind you, and you even your breathing and everything changed because now it's like a survival. You could feel the beat of survival.
That's amazing.
So that was
Wow.
For me, I'll talk about Jamaica because
Okay.
we went to build a house for a family in need just back in October. So it was really nice, and
That's
also,
amazing.
of course, Senegal, my country.
Hey,
you know,
they got West
I will
Africa.
definitely say it will be the place to be and the place to go. Thank you.
So I don't get to travel as much. Yeah, I don't get to travel as much as I would have liked to. I did a lot of traveling in my younger years, but recently
Yes.
I went to both places and I did that swim.
Is it?
I loved it. It heals the body. The water heals the body, and it's like this huge thing. And then I also went to Jamaica within a month of each other.
Nice.
So I would say those were some good places.
Okay, so
to go.
tradeswomen getting paid? I mean, like, you're taking trips back to back?
No. Because
Don't humble
why you
yourself.
draw me out? Why
Don't
you draw
humble
me out?
yourself.
No, so I just so happened that I experienced, and I thought it was amazing. Yeah,
Right.
it was really amazing. It's like a big pool of water. It's in Chechnya or something like
Yes.
that. Okay. Yeah.
Again,
so Chechnya.
tradeswomen international,
So-
they out here. This is
Yeah,
a
so-
lucrative career alternative for you.
But I love traveling, and I've been to a few places, but you know what? I'm also good with just being on my couch watching Netflix.
You need to relax. And Quinessa?
Recently, I went to my mom's country, Guyana,
Oh.
South America. So it was really was a great experience because my cousin got married, but the person she got married to is from Essequibo, and I don't know if you guys know, but Guyana has oil, and the Venezuelans have been trying to take the oil from us.
Oh God, we're getting political.
They've been trying to, yeah, sorry.
Other
but
conversation.
They've been trying to take it from us, and it was nice to go to the place that they're trying to take it from,
Right.
Essequibo, because these people, like, their road is water. So like the people picking us up were little kids paddling in boats.
wow.
Like they don't know street. Like concrete is
So
not.
another way of living you got
Yes,
to see.
everything
That's
was
amazing.
water, and like everything they grow, they eat.
I
Like
love
it was
that.
very native, very back home, very. You could see why these people want to take from them, because no, the nature and the riches
Yeah.
in their culture, and
It was idyllic.
it
basically.
was insane. Like one morning I woke up and I heard just fussing in the trees, and I looked, there's like 10 monkeys fighting in the trees. Not fighting, but swinging.
Yeah, playing.
And so it's something I never seen before. So that was really great to see, and I never been to Guyana in like 12 years, so that was beautiful. And to see
Amazing.
Essequibo was great. It was
Amazing.
great. So that would be something
I love that. Thank you. So I think we're gonna wrap up here, but I really wanted this conversation to go like this because we're gonna get into the more technical sides of, the trades and how to get into it and some of the programs from Service Canada. But I really wanted you to see sort of, if you could fast forward your life, what it might look like, right? You can be an entrepreneur. You can work within the people in the leadership that are basically helping through the unions, right? As an apprentice, right? She can see what her future could look like. And for me, it was important for us to help you fast forward. If you're a parent watching this, help you see that your child can have a very full life with children, with family, traveling, and so it's a viable option. And I thank you ladies for sharing your stories, sharing your fun lives with us. HGTV we have somebody who's like breaking down doors with communication, right? Somebody having full on new experiences in just different countries. And so thank you ladies so much for sharing your story
Thanks
with
for
us.
having us.
Yay. All right. Yeah, I did. So now we are going to have a quick video, a bit of an intermission from a poet. I'll just tell you a little bit about her. Aaliyah Truth is a captivating spoken word artist and poet. She weaves a tapestry of profound self-discovery, faith, healing, and unapologetic pro-Blackness in her poetic narratives. In a world where conformity often reigns, Aaliyah Truth emerges as a voice of empowerment, resilience, and unapologetic authenticity. Her poetry serves as a testament to the strength found in embracing one's emotions, faith, and identity. And we hope you enjoy her piece. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Aaliyah Truth. I am a spoken word artist and poet, and I am here with you all today, virtually, to share a poem that I wrote for International Women's Day to uplift women in the trades. And actually, not too long ago, I had met a sister named Keziah, who is a carpenter, and I was very impressed by her skills. And that was very inspiring for me to see because normally I see men in these roles. So she was an inspiration behind this as well. And I'm going to go ahead and share the poem with you. Happy International Women's Day to all the women in the trades who walk around in their own lane, knocking stereotypes out the way. In an industry men dominate, they break down barriers and take their place. They take up space in the best of ways. From plumbing to carpentry and even electricity, they are coming with an energy that is needed in this industry. Historically, women were rarely seen in these roles. No longer falling through the cracks, they're filling up holes and bridging the gap. They're digging for gold and wearing the hats. They're blazing up trails and clearing the path for the next generation. Just like Dr. Eugenia Duodu, a chemist promoting STEM education. This type of elevation will help them expand, showing young girls that to be in the trades, you don't have to be a man. Rukaya Gay does carpentry. Kemoy Francique is an electrician. Tamara Spence is a skilled tradeswoman and advocate for indigenous women. And Shirley Chichu, she's an artist and founder of Wingush Film Institute. Yes, women in trades is a whole revolution to come together as one and inspire inclusion from the field to the boardroom right into the unions, shining a light on their remarkable contributions. NDC is indefinitely starting a movement by curating events like this to generate recruitment, to encourage the youth them, to not just speak about their dreams, but also pursue them by building up their skills and unlocking potential, engaging the disengaged to enhance their credentials. We are gathered here today to uplift women in the trades, and not just for Women's Day, but every single day. These women did not come to play, they came to slay, so it's time to make way, because the tradeswomen ain't going nowhere, they are here to stay.
All right, and now we have Case. They are in the Pathway program for the electrical trades. I'm so curious about your journey and just, what brought you to this point and what your goals are at the end of all of this. So I guess we'll start with that.
100%.
Brought you here.
Hi, my name is Case. I'm on my way to becoming an electrician. My journey first started in 2017 in the very first week of grade 9. I took shop class on accident. I had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into, but by the end of the week, shop class was my favorite time of day.
Nice.
I knew by the end of grade 10, I really wanted to do something like this for the rest of my life. So in grade 10, I was thrilled to find electrical, the option to combine my love for science and shop, and also have the opportunity to bring the gift of power to communities all around the world, essentially.
Which is a big gift.
It is.
I'm Nigerian, so the lack of power is a thing, for sure.
It is, where was I? Oh my goodness. In grade 12, I put it all to the test. I took OYAP, Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program,
Right.
and I absolutely loved it. I loved going around the community, meeting new people, and having a hand in bigger projects that I just never would have had the chance to otherwise.
Right.
And I could not have gotten here without the help of my family, and my teacher. They were the very first people to tell me about all the hardships that I'd go through, the harsh people, the harsh environments.
So they prepared you for that.
They did. They really did a good job of letting me know, but that hasn't stopped me.
And it really shouldn't. It's just to let you know and so you can get ahead of the curve. So I'm happy that it didn't deter you, but just made you feel stronger and more ready.
Yeah.
It's good to
They
know.
definitely made me know that I'd always have to try twice as hard, but I have no problem with that. And that is why I've had the delight of going through the Pathways program, a really awesome opportunity for women who are going into electrical.
Right.
They have a lot of, oh my God, they provide training and schooling for women going into the electrical fields.
Right.
Couldn't have got there without NDC. They really helped me find the program.
That's really good.
And women and people like me face a very unique set of issues in the trades industry. Just because it's male dominated does not mean we can't own our craft.
Right.
We have the power to build community and ensure safety of our honor, and that's what I hope to do.
I really like that. I really like that you kind of already have a sense of where you're starting. They've prepared you along the way, and you have a very clear vision of where you're trying to get to and the impact you want to have, when you get there. So, but I want to take us way back. And how do you accidentally end up in shop class?
It was one of my electives.
Right.
All
So
the
you just
other
picked
classes
anything.
were full. And I was like,
Right.
I love just going in there and building something. Where else can you do that, right?
Yeah. No, that's really good. Did we have anything like that? No, we just had random hairdressing or
It was
something.
probably home ec.
Yeah. And anyway, so I wouldn't have done well. So in my chemistry class, dating myself a little bit, but I definitely caused a fire. So it was from that point forward that I knew science was not for me.
That's okay.
So shop class, and then I suppose your parents, your teachers, they saw that you had a flair and interest for this. Was there anything specific by way of maybe like after school programs that you got into, or courses that you had while you were in school?
Yeah, I did. What was it? It wasn't OYAP. It was, I forget the name now, but like pretty much it was this program where they'd take you out around the city that you could, it was SHISM. I forget what it stands for. That's what it's called though.
SHISM.
S-H-I-M.
S-H-I-M, okay.
And through there I got like my boater's license, I got forklift certified, just doing like kind of like side quests, I like to call them.
Right.
Getting a feel for potential in the field.
No, that's really good. So you got to test out different areas, and then you landed in the electrical trades.
Yeah.
Right. And so you're done high school right now.
I am.
And so the pathway program, it starts when you're in high school and then continues till after?
No.
A little bit of technicality about that, if you don't mind sharing.
Pathway program is something pretty much after high school.
Okay.
You can enroll in.
Okay.
And yeah, they help women.
I see. So did you have to, it's not specific to electrical trades, it's really any trades, right?
It is specific to
It is
electrical.
specific to
It's
electrical
353 in Oshawa.
Okay.
And so yeah, it takes place at the Union Hall. So
Okay.
obviously you're getting like the best of the best when it comes to schooling and knowledge there.
Amazing. So
It's a
you're
really
in
great
the Union
opportunity.
Hall. This is where you're gonna be, where all decisions are made. This is where you're gonna live, and that's where the pathway program takes place. So you start to get familiar with the space that you're going to spend a lot of time. Okay, that's good. And so, how long is the program? How long have you spent in it already?
I'm not in it currently.
Okay.
My course starts on the 15th of April.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it is a 15-week program, I believe, of in school, and then after there is a placement.
Nice. So 15 weeks in school, hands-on training, and then you have a job placement. So then after that, do you become an apprentice?
I believe so, if they like me.
And they like you, you do the exams, you act right, then you become an apprentice?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And so what kind of, I suppose, subspecialization within the electrical trades are you thinking for yourself? Is there anything specifically you want to focus on?
Yeah, I think like long term, I really want to get into residential. I like kind of when people spruce up their homes.
Nice.
I like interior design a lot.
Okay.
And then I also really want to help farmers with their farms. I want to move like out west and kind of like keep an eye on them.
So we're talking hydroponics, we're talking solar systems.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna do a little bit of a interior design / do you know what? I never met interior design person who also is like good in the electrical trade. So I feel like there's a nice blend and niche
I hope
there.
that it goes well.
No, it's gonna go well. It's gonna go well. No, that's really good. So, wow, farming though, that's like on the other end.
I want to take like notes from them. I really want to have like goats and bunnies. So I feel like we could work together.
Sorry, that's funny. But I like that, yeah, no. So after a stressful day, you know, you have somewhere to rest, and you're also doing good work because, yeah, farmers definitely need help and support there. No, that's really good. So 15 weeks, and then you're gonna be, an apprentice. Get into the Red Seal program, and then get that certification, and then you'll be on your way.
Yeah.
And this will be all by the age of?
Probably like my late 20s, maybe even early 30s.
Interesting.
It's going to take a little while.
It's going to take a little while. About 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not long. That's not long. Trust me. Nearly 40. That's not long. There's still a long runway for you to reinvent yourself in all the different ways that you're already thinking. So I'm really glad to have met you and to help people see that there's just so many different options, and you don't have to end one part of your interest. Right? You can always blend different things together. So
you can mix it up.
Yeah, you can mix it up. Well done. Yay. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
And so now we're going to have a quick video from TVO, who have a lot of educational programs to help support people on their way to the trades. we have a commercial from Mama's Life. They have an amazing range of all natural products. Shea butter, I use this daily, okay? Keep your body nice. My son calls it the armor for winter, and he's not lying. And there's also the black soap as well. Such amazing products. So thank you, Mama's Life, for sponsoring this program. We have reached the end of the program. It's been a wonderful, probably running on 2 hours now. We've heard from a lot of different women, heard from Service Canada, from TVO Kids, from David Smith, and for me, what I'm taking away from this is that there's a full breadth of people and places that you can go to get any information that you feel you need to help you decide if the trades are right for you, and then how to basically stay on your path with the grants from Service Canada. And of course, if you have any questions, these guys over here, NDC, will be there to help you every step of the way. Me personally, I took away a couple of things. I'm just gonna go down the list here. The Next Gen Mentorship Program was raised, having audacity, getting mentorship, being very adaptable, getting your red seal and continue to work towards that. Staying curious about the environment that we live in and wanting to have that real pride of ownership and sense of place has led a lot of these women into careers in the trades. Being a part of something beyond themselves, the role of fathers, the role of parents, and being able to cross over your knowledge from one field to another. We had a panelist who studied business communications, and now she runs a construction company, and that was part of her, unique selling point on how she was able to get lots of different jobs and maintain clients. So I want us all to sort of focus on the outcome of being a red seal, being in the trades, and most importantly, understanding that you have many options. You don't have to go one path. And I wish you a very fruitful and prosperous future. And for any parents watching this, I'm a mother myself, let's get these kids into the trades, because speaking as a realtor, we need tradespeople, all right? Without them, we can't get these houses or these beautiful buildings. So from me, Mutiat Bello, and from everybody from NDC and Service Canada, the panelists that we had, and yeah, thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. Bye.